this motherfucker. We gotta throw something
Still
back.
Snoop Dogg and D.R.E.
We gotta throw something back.
Guess who's back?
Shout out to you guys
Still.
for popping in here to the morning wood. We
Still
got
doing that
Masonic
shit.
today. Roll something.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Check me out. It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Ladies, they pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off. How? My last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say raps changed. They wanna know how I feel about
If
it.
you ain't up on pace,
Dr. Dre is the name, I'm ahead of my game. Still puffin' my leaf, still with the beats. Still not loving police. Still rock my khakis with a cuff and a crease. Still got love for the streets, reppin' 213. Still the beats bang, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change. Still,
I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E. Since the last time you heard from me, I lost some friends. Well, hell, me and Snoop, we dipping again. Kept my ear to the streets. Signed Eminem. He's triple platinum, doing 50 a week. Still, I stay close to the heat. And even when I was close to defeat, I rose to my feet. My life's like a soundtrack I wrote to the beat. Street rap like Cali weed, I smoke till I'm sleep. Wake up in the AM, compose a beat. I bring the fire till you're soaking in your seat. It's not a fluke, it's been tried, I'm the truth. Since turn out the lights from the world-class wrecking crew, I'm still at it, after mathematics. In the home of drive-bys and acmatics. Swap meets, sticky green and bad traffic. I dip through, then I give you the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still, taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still, taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E. It ain't nothing but mohawk shit. Another classic CD for y'all to vibe with. Whether you're coolin' on the corner with your fly, lay back in the shack, play this track. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
I'll break your neck, damn near put your face in your lap. Try to be the king, but the ace is back.
So you ain't up on things.
Dr. Dre be the name, still running the game, still got it wrapped like a mummy. Still ain't tripping, love to see young blacks get money. Spend time out the hood, take their moms out the hood, hit my boys off with jobs. No more living hard, barbecues every day, driving fancy cars. Still gon' get mine
I'm
regardless.
representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos.
Let's go.
still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm representing for
D.R.E.
them gangsters all across the world.
Still,
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E.
Like that? Right back up in you. 9, 5 plus 4 pennies. Add that shit up. D.R.E. Right back up on top of things. Smoke some with your dog. No stress, no seeds, no stems, no sticks.
No.
Some of that real sticky, icky.
That's right.
Ooh, wee.
Ooh.
Put it in the air. Boy, use a fool, DR.
Now you know I had to play this when we got Masonic popping on this motherfucker. What's up? What are we doing? Oh shit! I just took away some of the ladies in the videos. Damn, they was all in the videos. I robbed you guys on that one. My apologies. My apologies. Oh, whoa. Marijuana, though, how we doing? How we doing? It is a motherfucking Wednesday in the building. Welcome to the Morning Wood. Today, we've got Masonic. We have been talking about it. The man has popped in the chat to kick it. From chat to screen, we smoking weed. Let me roll this blunt up real quick. Let me hear what you're smoking with me. What are you rolling up? Where are my blunt smokers out there? Don't be ashamed. This is the show that you can be proud that you smoke blunts, all right? Just drop it in the chat. Let me know what like you are as well. Shout out to you guys for being in here. Marijuana. We got topics. Not only do we have Masonic popping in here, but we have topics we need to dive into. What went down yesterday on Proper Doinks, the $10,000 high rollers bracket. Back in action. Actually didn't. Oh shit! Did I just happen to win the yesterday's winner on the show with the growing pains saying, "Hold my doink." They had an impressive performance yesterday, I believe, sweeping the competition. Legend of Dang got that ass whooped. God damn.
It's cracking.
We're gonna go right to the score. Boop.
Too fast, it'll fuck it up.
66-0. Damn.
Hail to the champion, baby.
That's what it is, though. 10K entry into this, 150K on the line. This shit is starting to roll now. They got multiple events listed out now on the page. You can see today we are going to see Green Dog up against High Tech. Oh, shit. Someone's got to go. Someone's got to go, man. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Green Dog or is it going to be High Tech? We find out at 4:20 today. And then they're bringing back a competition or a comparison. I guess they had done this in the past, and Dr. Dabber got that ass whooped. But while we're in Michigan, Dr. Dabber approached Paul and Adam and said, I challenge fucking Puffco and any other E-rig out there. So now we have tonight a competition between Puffco and Dr. Dabber to see who's the E-rig of the E-rigs. Who do you think? Vote on it right now. Who do you got? Some people used to say Carta. What happened to Carta? What happened to Carta? Carta had a nice little wave of you motherfuckers out there promoting them. What happened? They still out there kicking it? Shout out to you guys being in here. Jacob saying, let's go, Masonic Smoker. Big Mace in the motherfucking building. Let's go, Mace. Homie hooked up Scandinavian with some Compton genetics. Bro, excited to talk to the man from Compton, dude. Gang, gang. I used to be right down the street, old Long Beach, dude. I'll be like, yo, man, so, nah, I ain't frontin'. Puffco, though, El Barn Dog. Jay says the Proxy and the Ghost, love them both. He said they each have a spot. Seat sniffer, E-rig this, E-rig that. Roll me a doink. Or a blunt. Or a blunt. Damn. Damn. All right, let's see what topics I got for you guys today. Let's see what's going down. Honestly, not that it is something that we haven't discussed. It's just something that I think we should continue to discuss to make sure everybody has the opportunity, right? There it is right here. This is going down and spots are filling up. Spots are starting to fill up, so if you want to join in the grow along, shout out to Boston Clone Co. getting ready to ship out the magic marker. First 50 that gets into it, guys, growing along with us, right? Hey, just making sure that we're talking about it every day to make sure that anybody out there that wants to get along with it, wants to get down with the get down, send me an email, tmw@Proper Smoke Network. Grow Along is the title, and let's fucking do it. I'll get you all the information you need. We're drawing it at 5 o'clock. That's when we will, no matter what, how many entries we got, how many people want to get down, we're drawing it Friday, unless we pull 50 before that, but you guys got room, so get out there and let's get it. Shout out to them. Let me give a shout out to the people that have already signed up, though, huh? Shameless plug. I got you guys. I got you. Let me see if there's anyone else over here that I forgot. Oh, yep, Paul. All right, looks like we got 10 people plus who's in our Discord. So shout out to Tino, Celestino, David, Brandon, Cody, Mario, Tyler, Zane, Paul, David, Peace in the motherfucker. Get your whole name, my bad. They're growing along with us, along with myself. The tent's going to be rocking. Who out there is going to be growing along with us? Let's go. Let's fucking run it. That's right, Salt. Let's get it. But let's get to smoking weed over here. I don't want to get, I want to be stoned when our guy jumps on here. I want to feel the energy. I imagine he's going to be stoned. I want to be stoned, and they're just going to have a stoner conversation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Thank you for popping in.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries
just to smoke some pot.
Wouldn't you like to blow some?
Oh, these aren't the words. These are, I'm making them up right now, though.
All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show.
What? What?
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Shout out to Rice Rolls in the building. TH Secret. Shout out to Soul Life from Arizona. L Bar Dog in the building. Let's go.
You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
That is right. Welcome into the Morning Wood, where we know your name, at least your code name. I'm a little off today. I went to the Sun, or not the Suns game. I went to the Diamondbacks game. We got that fucking victory, though. We got that fucking victory. All right. First smoke of the day. Let's go over here real quick. The first smoke of the day had our guy Up the Hill on. Episode release. Go to check it out. Let's check this clip out.
Okay, so the weed event's going down and the table gets flipped. What's Bryce's advice? What's the first move?
Oh, what's my official advice?
First move?
Bro?
Yeah. Someone comes, I'm from New York, dog, and your shit don't smoke.
No, like
and that's how it kicks off, right? It's some version of that.
Man, it's tough, bro, because there's the idea of like you could look like a bitch per se in a certain way, but you kind of gotta like back up to the edge of whatever's going on so that shit ain't coming from behind you. Ooh. But at the same time, you don't want to be the guy immediately backing up. But it's like, bro, I've seen instances, been around and played where like the first thing I'm finding is a wall, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Just personally, like I don't have an ego about it. Like these people aren't like, you know what I mean? This ain't nothing for me. So for me, I'm just not trying to get hit with some weird shit from out of nowhere. So like, boot back up, you know, get something behind you. You know,
girls are screaming, joints are going everywhere.
You don't want to be in the middle of people fucking fighting, you know what I'm saying? You're dead in the middle. Someone's fighting here, someone's fighting there, someone's fighting there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to get on the outside edge of something.
And then what? Some dude's coming up and he's either got a bottle or he's got a joint in his hand. He's trying to punch you.
I mean, dude, just a little 1-2, bro.
Yeah.
Just a little 1-2. You don't need to go
chest
too crazy.
kicks, nothing.
I wouldn't even start going haymakers and shit, bro. Like, this is real life. You'll break your hands. You fucking, you know what I mean? People get seriously hurt. But a little jab, a little 1-2, like it don't even need to be all that serious. I think like a little jab 1-2, and most people are kind of like, especially if you know what you're doing, they're kind of keep their space, and then that 15 seconds is up, you know?
Yeah, man. It's funny to hear from you because that was like the number one question I had.
That's fucking hilarious.
Your advice, because we see it like we've seen the microphone get thrown the first time, right? Skittles crew.
I think the big thing is people go like, even I've caught myself doing earlier in fights, and even like when you get tired per se, but like, you know, throwing too hard and then you're all off balance, you're falling over the place. The biggest advice I could give to people is like, bro, don't throw too hard. Like a fucking fist hurts. You know what I'm saying? Even just like the boom, like the friction, like the pointiness of the knuckle, like that shit hurts, dog. You just boom, a little pop. You don't have to like fucking swing up from outer space and then, you miss and then you fall over and you look stupid. Like even that event, whatever the fuck, the one guy, they were fighting and then the dude fell over, he couldn't get up, and then what was his name? Fucking
and then gas no brakes got on him.
Yeah. He couldn't even get up off it. It's like, if you can't even get up off the floor, like don't end up on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? Like a little jab, a little. I would say don't put your whole force into it, because nobody needs to die. You don't need to get in trouble for someone dying. You don't need to break your hand. Like, you know what I mean? Or even dog. It's not very popular, but like Boss Rutan used to go on about the open hand. You know what I'm saying? You
Slapping,
like a little open hand with the palm. You don't break your arm. You know what I mean? It's not really gonna cut as bad. Like, it's just kind of like...
Man, that was the greatest show, Inside MMA, right?
A little boxing.
Okay, so the weed event.
Man, that is dope that he asked that question. What a great question to ask. Up the hill, who's gone on to want to...
It's going down and the table gets flipped.
Wants to go on and fight in UFC. And yeah, like, I remember if Up the Hill was at that event, right? So I remember thinking to myself, oh, shit, man. If they make their way over to that booth, we are in for a treat right now. You know what I mean? Because I bet you, we'd see Up the Hill in front of his booth, making sure that no one fucks up his booth. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit. Dope advice, though. Yeah, dope advice. And I wonder sometimes, you know, with someone like Up the Hill, Bryce, that I bet his hands are considered lethal weapons, right? You heard about some of that shit, right? Right? We're like these professional fighters, man. If they fucking fight some like common motherfucker, they're like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So I wonder if he have to worry about some shit like that. But I saw that. I wanted to play that. Shout out to First Smoke of the Day. That entire episode is now live on First Smoke of the Day. Go out there and check that out. Shout out to our guy. Let's go ahead and do a recap over here at Green Dragon. They posted this up today. Since 2007.
Tony Coles.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they bitching my archives. Jordan came back to the 4-5. If you play then you lay right there by your own kind. Pull up a 4 with a loco. Tell them run this bitch back like so-so. Got this rap shit here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin. Shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Talking about being the furnace.
Yo, shout out to that drop. I talked about Masonic about that as well. Masonic has made some classic memes about the toad venom out there. Classic. Love this story, man. It's fucking entertaining. Tomorrow, too, we've got Ronan on, right? So Ronan also did a drop, right? If I'm not mistaken, he did it a couple days prior. We'll see how that drop went, and love that conversation. Let's get into it. I definitely reached out to Glenn, congratulated him. Try to get Glenn on here to talk about what he's feeling about things. Surefire Blicky, whoa, didn't even want to drop that name and keep it pushing. Some of these made it out to Arizona as well, where your boy got his hands on one of them. I got my hand on one of them. Shout out to the plug. Gifted me a toad venom for the game. So I'm driving that motherfucker to Smackertown tomorrow for sure. So I'll be fucking around with it. I'll at least be like, it'll be in the arsenal. We'll see, you know, how we can fuck with it and if it smacks, right? Let's find out. We're gonna fuck around and find out. I got one. Let's go. Yeah. Let's see what else we got in the chamber. Masonic gonna be joining us at 10:30, so get your questions ready. Masonic joining us at 10:30. He will be on here live with us. I like to run through some things first. Obviously, we've got a major thing going on PSL. We saw yesterday Growing Pains, Legion of Dank, Growing Pains moving on. We know Ball Family taking on Preferred. So now we got Gotti and Growing. So that's going to be Preferred, Ball, Gotti, Growing Pains on this side. And now we start working on the right side. Today we got Green Dog and High Tech at 420. Ah! Man, after that event, I fuck with them both, man. Damn. Damn. Who you guys got, man? Who you think's pulling this off? Do you think that we need to see the first round to really predict that? Because we don't know what people are entering. I think we make guesses after the first round so that way we can witness the reaction from Adam and Paul. They were talking highly of that Growing Pains yesterday. Love the weed. Love the weed. Yesterday we brought up, or maybe it was Sunday, people were talking about the Marty Missile situation with Josh and Raw.
Happy you, unless you know you're doing something right. Story time. I honestly don't understand how these big brands, millionaires, billionaires, with such a huge platform that could change the life of many small inventors, quote unquote, small creators. When I say small, I just don't mean millionaires. I mean the ones that don't have the distro manufacturer already set up to be able to go with the network, with the marketing budget, etc. This is my brand, the Marty Missile. I created this some years ago, having a plethora of flower in my crib during the pandemic and nobody to smoke it with. Now, me being a creative, a hot MacGyver, I ordered a bunch of shit off Amazon, came up with it, drew it out, ran into a mom and pop blowing glass shop, blew it out, ran into a great person over at.
If you want to watch that, go ahead and follow that. I'll drop the link right in here. Follow the full story. It's one of those things, you know, when you want to get out there and you want to create items for the industry, collaboration, right? Collaboration, if you can do it. It's one of those things, though, where it's hard to come up with an original idea, right? And what I noticed is that it's hard to get out there and pop something off because everyone feels that at the end of the day, that was their idea. Like, I remember even someone coming to me and talking about how Name That Strain competition was theirs. Name That Strain? Because I think that ultimately, when I look at that situation, I was like, man, a lot of people have come out with different concepts and whatnot. I think that this is great promotion at the end of the day for Marty's Missile, because he had someone like Josh create something similar, and then he was able to get his community and his people to rally and bring attention to his. So I hope that Marty Missile is slinging up more missiles because of this situation where someone has made a similar product. And now you're getting able to ride off it. Zane said, I was hitting a Marty Missile. Hey, Surreal, appreciate you popping in. Al Phonics asking if the move to PSN has worked for me. Yeah, I'm having a great time over here. Actually, getting ready to chop it up with another GOAT today, right? Masonic joining on here, so... You know, none of these guests are popping on prior to me being on PSN. So shout out to PSN for sure. Having a great time. Just chalking up about, you know, things going on in cannabis and whatnot. A lot of people talking about this right there, though. I wanted to bring that up and throw out my 2 cents. Because it's interesting, you know, you kind of, when I was thinking about it yesterday with that situation is imagine if whoever created, I don't know why this is the one that came up for me as an analogy, but I was like, well, what if like the person who created the enchilada was like, no one else can create this enchilada now. You know, there's so many different versions of an enchilada, but you know, whoever came up with the original enchilada could be pissed. They'd be like, wait, that's my enchilada. I remember when Mothership came out with those 5 new designs, the Taurus, the Ball, the Fab Egg, did I say Ball Rig? And I remember they got mad. Mothership got mad at anybody making Fab Eggs. I'm sorry. You just created something fucking incredible. You shifted the entire fucking glass game, bro. You guys fucking made rigs and made pieces that no one has seen before. You shifted the entire glass game. And you're mad at motherfuckers out there doing it. That was a shocker to me, but I get it, and it's like, damn though. And so sometimes when you make a fucking shift like this and you create something or you make a way for something and then all of a sudden it pops, man, like, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Rice Roll says, I love an enchilada. Mothership did multi-board design after we spoke about doing a collab. Straight took the idea from our convo. I ain't tripping. Yeah, I've had my experiences with Scott Deppie myself, actually, and I tread lightly with saying anything about Mothership, but to me, it's kind of funny how Scott Deppie is still pushing Mothership. When you think about how Mothership was created with like a fucking shitload of goats in the glass game that brought this whole like the Mothership concept, like we are the greatest glass blowers of all time, and here we are, motherfuckers. Here's our 5 new designs. We just rocked the fucking industry, right? But then over time, all of the goats left, and now it's Scott. A little different. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I believe, let's go ahead. We've got Mr. Masonic in here, but it's saying that my program is a little faulty right now. Let me see if this is going to work out. We're going to get Masonic in this motherfucker right now, though. Let's send some positive energy for my system. Oh, there we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
All right. Yeah, let me mute the shit on the TV or else it's going to have double feedback.
Hell yeah, no, I appreciate you having the TV on, though. People are definitely going to be commenting in here. With no further ado, welcome into the show, Mr. Masonic. What up, dog?
This shit's following me everywhere, so I'm like on with the camera right now. There we go.
That's pretty tight. You got that camera that follows you around and shit like that, moving and grooving over there.
100%. What's the word, Doug? How you doing? How's everybody in the chat? What's that?
What's up, man? Appreciate coming from the chat. Now you're in live with the show, man. Thank you, man. I've been paying attention to you for many moons, and it's cool to chop it up with you, dude. I think you're a goat out here in cannabis, always bringing up attention, you know, commenting on things out there, and you're having a good time with cannabis, I feel like. Is that accurate?
Yeah, man, you know, it's play, not work. You know, we have fun, we don't work, you know, but we work, but it's play, not, you know, we do play.
Yeah. Nice, man. So first thing I do want to is give props to you for, you know, Free Seed Day. And, you know, that is something that I have seen now really just be something that people look forward to out here. I'm in Arizona, and we have people that make sure that they make it out to Free Seed Day. You recently did it. You know, can you talk to us about what motivated that and what makes you want to keep it going?
Man, it's you know, I'm just doing what the people want. So that's, you know, kind of the voice of the people type of thing, you know, just living through me and giving back to the community that's giving back to everything we do over here as a small family business. So that was my way of giving back with all the, all the relationships that I made from here till then. And that was it, man. That was the thought process, putting myself in Joe Schmo regular person's shoes and being a fan of this plant and just putting all that together and turn it to pre-seed day, brother.
Yeah, that's so tight. And so, can you give a little bit of detail for people that are going to be finding out about this today that have been living under a rock and whatnot? But you're basically, you pull up to Free Seed Day, and there's just booths set up with all types of breeders handing out seeds. Like, how does it work for someone going for the first time?
Nah, so we got a lot of friends in the industry that are seed makers, breeders, hobbyists, whatever they want to identify as,
Yep.
And this had been the 6th annual one, so the word's out there, it's in the ether. So people kind of look forward to it. A lot of returning patrons.
Bro, you have people camping out for it.
Yeah, 100%. And the way it happens is I'll reach out and they'll all send in their offering and we'll divvy them up. We'll do 1,000 bags and average 10 seeds per bag. And that's just as soon as you walk in, boom,
that's fire.
Here's your 10 bag of seeds, and then you get to mingle with other like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
You might bump into Don and Aaron from DNA. You might bump into exotic genetics representatives. You might see Capulator pull up in his fucking camo truck.
Hell
you
yeah.
never know who you might bump into at Free Seed Day. You might bump into some people from IG that you mingled with, in line. So it's a community-based, grassroots driven day, but it's a lot of industry players. They give back to that day and they do parlay with us on that day. So don't think it's less up just because it's a bunch of hobby homies hanging in there. Nah, we got some fucking shot callers up in there.
Yeah, you got goats in there and Mount kicking it, dude. Like, it's tight. And we just saw Zane talk about he got 15 bags of seeds out there. So like, yeah, man, mingling and whatnot. Obviously, you're gonna get hooked up out there. So dope, man. Appreciate you doing that. And just wanted to give you your flowers for that, man, because I definitely respect when you put stuff together for the community. I know the community really feeds off that. How many stories have you had with people that have gone to a Free Seed Day, hit you back up and been like, bro, man, I'm out here popping this? Or, have you ever had, like, what would be your claim to fame for someone grabbing some seeds and hitting you back? What would be the greatest story that you've heard?
I got a crazy one, actually. So I'm not going to say who it is. I don't know if it's private information, but all the fires that happen out here, in Pasadena and places like that,
Yep.
So someone told me that they got a bag of seeds from Free Seed Day. Their house burned down. They went back to the house, where nothing's at, and this free seeds are growing there.
Wow, no shit.
Crazy work, huh? Crazy work.
Cool,
and it was
man.
like they respectfully,
or was it because they were like,
they said it in a better light than I did. I kind of just gave you the straight to the point version, but they made it, more wholesome when they told me the story. But
what I wonder is, were they like, fuck, my seeds are growing, I obviously gotta rehome them, or was that dope that they rehomed them from the soil of the burnt ashes of their former house, and like now this story of this genetic, I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, I told her it was cool, and I was just like, yo, that's a cool story. Sorry that happened.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy story, like
yeah.
it's one of the gnarlier, I got your seeds and this is what happened with them stories. Because Lord knows I sent them to a facility and they don't like you, so they killed them and they sent me the video. That was one recently.
Yeah, that happened?
Bro, like I don't know if it was verbatim that, but like some dude was like, hey, I got them sent somewhere. And they sent me videos of them destroying them. I don't know if they were on some legality, we can't have them type shit, or fuck Masonic, fuck Free Seed Day, they're on some fuck Free Seed Day shit.
They're like, no, this man's doing what for the community? Hell
he's
no.
all like, man, fuck you, fuck Mace. He's too nice, and then I've had like, hey, my wife left me and she kept my seeds and things like that, like I've had some crazy stories revolving my seeds and their arc and time of anybody's situation they're going
No,
through.
and you're also very vocal out there, right? I mean, you're someone that is paying attention to the industry across the nation, across the globe, and you're on these topics that go on. It's something that, do you enjoy being a part of that, like, internet kind of awareness spread type energy? That a lot of trolling going down out there. Like, is that something that you wake up every day and say, oh yeah, I'm about to fuck this internet up today?
Nah, bro, I don't embrace that too much. I just, I have a responsibility to take care of my rye and all the people that are involved in it. And if I see something that isn't necessarily upstanding or kind of like false information, I'll point it out amongst my demographic and tell my people, but I'm not going to go on like a general grand podium and try to get it out there too much. Like, I have my X feed, I have my YouTube feed, and I have my Instagram feed. But I'm not trying to, like, be the boy that cried wolf and just kind of scream it out there. I'll just drop the bomb if I need to, and I'll just keep pushing. Like, I don't take it personal, but I'll address some shit that I see sometimes, and it's never like, I'm not a political activist or anything. I'm not gonna crusade too hard about it, but I'll have my 2 cents 100%, and my 2 cents go a long way.
I was gonna say, right? I respect that, because I do think that the people who have been doing it for their livelihood and put themselves on the line should be the ones that are vocal about it. We are looking at commercial cannabis taking over, and like billboards everywhere for weed, and things happening for cannabis. I love to hear from the people that I feel like have put out their lives on the line speak about these topics. I mean, obviously, toad venom, right? That's something out there that's going on right now. And I seen that you've been popping up some memes. We got one on the screen where it was like, Jake versus Glenn. You got the players below. Like, talk to us about the toad venom situation. How you feeling about, the whole toad venom Becky? I like to call her Becky. You think she's toad venom, or is she Becky?
Well, for starters, just know we're crossing the Becky to Shishkaberry over here. So I just want to get that out there, If you don't know what Shishkaberry is, you're welcome. Mace just dropped a gem on you. Go do your homework. Go YouTube it. Shout out Breeder Steve. And we're crossing that into the Becky. Becky was the first name it was given, and then it was changed to toad venom. But it's more known as toad venom, and Glenn Green Dragon has taken up on the name, so he's embracing it now. So it's toad venom, formerly known as Becky. It's kind of like X, formerly known as Twitter, but that's how we're rocking. We're going Shishkaberry toad, and sorry, I just wanted to throw some cream on my own taco real quick. What was the real question, big dog?
No, I love that. That's pretty much what's your thoughts on it, right? We saw how it was originally Becky, and then Ronan got a hold of it and spreads it out there, and it becomes toad venom, and now we see all types of versions of it, as you pointed out here. Green Dragon, Jake, to Feel Good, to Green Dog, to Cut Right, Craft Farmer, Archive, and you put yourself right there on the line.
Who made this meme, though?
Oh, I thought that was you.
Oh, this shit's hilarious, bro.
Yes, I thought that.
I like it a lot. It's a really good meme. Both of them, they're really niche. They're like highbrow. It took a lot of thought process. You could tell who's that? Who's first in line? Green Dragon.
Green Dragon. Green Dragon. And you're in it out there, crossing it out. I mean, it's one of those things. You obviously have history. You have yourself an amazing genetic out there with Wilson. You know what I mean? 100%. And you've done amazing things with Wilson. And so when you see these types of things go on, does it change how you operate, or do you continue to do your thing? But was there anything from this toad venom Becky situation that you looked at, analyzed, and said, okay, moving forward, I'm gonna move like this?
Fuck no, never, brother.
Nice,
come on,
okay.
that's disrespectful, brother. Come on, have some respect, brother. Come on.
What I mean though is, like, would you all of a sudden be like, all right, how do I create a little bit of drama, and who should I let this?
No, never has that ever been my thought process on my genetic vision or rollout. I'm just a strong character, and I'm me, and if that creates drama, fucking that's that. But never has it been like a 50 Cent Kanye rollout of an album, or hey, let me motherfuck this guy real quick to get some views. No, if it's motherfuck you, it's because it's motherfuck you, okay. And it's not because I want views, but I don't even, and even that train is that train's long gone. Every time I do become opinionated and kind of come off, left field, I reflect and I'm like, oh, you're being like a hater. Back off, acknowledge your haterism, and just ease up and just be positive, on some woo-woo shit. That's kind of where I'm at now, big dog. Like,
okay.
Like I'm here to push P. I'm pushing the plant in the most gracious, morally ethical way that I deem fit, and creating controversy. Bro, I wrote the book on that shit, brother. Like I'm not even going to talk about some of the tiffs and things that I've been a part of or stirred up personally, like it's not my vibe. We're actually in the garden tending to plants, creating crosses with great intention while respecting the soul of the plant and not playing into the vanity and the fanfare and the billboard bullshit. Like, don't get me wrong, we want to be sustainable and get a bag and live, as free as we can. But all in all, like, I'm trying to do it, while embracing all the people that set forth the path that we already kind of walk on, with that in mind. And that's why I respect people like Glenn and, not that I don't respect Jake or anything, but like I respect Jake for everything he's done. And he's the new runts person, like his strain is the runts now. It's in your face. The rappers are talking about it. That's like breaking a barrier,
Right.
That's inspirational.
Right.
So I take all the good from the situations that happen. And I know there's two sides to every story, but I know what I've heard and blah, blah, blah. All I know is I'm hanging out with Glenn at the Toad Venom drop. I'm not, I know what I'm doing. I know who I'm kicking it with. And I got to hang out with Jigga there. That was super dope.
Yeah.
I got to, fucking talk about cherry pie and, cherry kush and the origins of cookies and original lineage stories. So that's what I'm into. I'm not into anything else, and I'm not going to go into specifics. I'm into, I was there. I'm a part of it. I was hands-on. I did it as graciously as possible. There's two sides to every story, whatever. But I'm that's where I'm at, and I'm pretty sure, everybody has their role in pushing the Toad Venom envelope, and they all get their piece of the credit, so be it,
Love that, man. Thank you for speaking on that right there. And when you speak on that and you talk about, who I consider, the goats out there of cannabis that have been doing it for decades, do you feel like there's a little bit of because of recreational cannabis and because now the internet is so like useful when it comes to, this, where it wasn't back in the day, is there a change of guard that is that happening a little bit for some that are having a hard time transitioning over to today's era of cannabis, that you do have to be vocal a little bit? What are your thoughts on that?
I'll tell you right now. Let me get my blunt and a coffee.
Get your blunt, man. We are right now talking to Masonic, man, and this is dope. Masonic's someone that I've paid attention for many moons because he's very vocal about there, and also because of Free Seed Day. Lots of people in Arizona appreciate what Masonic has done for them and their collection, and just help them, get it on. So, hey, let me know what questions you got for Masonic, though. We're here. We're kicking it right now. Appreciate you guys. Big illin. Smoking a blunt, too, man. Hey, I think you might be the first guest that rolled up a damn blunt with me.
Come on, baby.
Let's
I told
go.
you smoke blunt over here, big dog.
Let's go. Hell yes. Oh, man.
We got phenos from the homies Hunt right here. We're testing out phenos. We're chilling. We're actually smoking Dank Mob's farm blunts right now. Shout out Dank Mob. He supplied the blunts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dank Mob.
Shout out to
But
Dank
your
Mob.
question was kind of like the transition from like a legacy type guy into the status quo, younger, 18 through 25-year-old demographic. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like, it seems to be, sometimes some disrespect for the old guard, people that were in the hills and whatnot, and or just at least, if not disrespect, no acknowledgement. And
so there's a lot of that in the game, but there's a lot of not that too. You just got to go where your community's at, right?
Fire.
And that's why I take it amongst myself to go on platforms like this, where I might see some disrespect for people that you've platformed before, where they'll be like, fuck XYZ, like somebody I respect, and I'll be like, man, that's out. You got to give him the credit that he did. But there's a lot of that. They're quick to disregard, and it's like a Soulja Boy Ice-T type of thing going on. I don't know if you remember, but when Soulja Boy had that meme with Ice-T, it's like the old head talking to the new head, and they're just kind of clowning back on each other. It's kind of that situation. But I embrace, the new crowd. I'm 33. I'm the youngest breeder on the boat, and I like to think I'm up there in the same boat as, like, I used to go to the same trade shows, Indo Expo, with, Exotic Mike, Oni, Bloom, fucking so on and so forth, the big dogs,
Fire, dude.
So, like, I like to think I'm the last guy that they let on that boat, and then the new wave came in, But all in all, like, I feel like there is a little bit of a disconnect and a little bit of, like, not giving that respect where it's due, and they're quick to disregard it and, start their own platform, which is fine. Fuck it, that's life. It isn't always best to be the first. So you got to, with the power bestowed on you, you got to be responsible with it. So that kind of happens in that situation, I think, right?
Yeah.
Why would somebody want to disregard somebody? Oh, they probably motherfucked someone on their come up. But whatever, that's the weed game. And if we don't start respecting the people that set forth, everything we have today, we're going to be left with nothing, and the people that are going to start platforming and having a podium probably won't be the guys that are vetted and have that history and knowledge, so
right.
You gotta embrace and give credit where it's due. And you might not like something that he said or represents, but he's probably good in these areas. So you just gotta take the good with the bad type of situation. And that's what I do with a lot of the game. I might not take everybody's opinion like as like fact, and I think that's a lot of what's going on here, not here, but like through any podcast, any podium. And I'm, as long as I'm willing to accept that and willing to agree with other people's opinion, like I won't be a disgruntled old dog, and I'll be able to live and just hang out with everybody still too. But I'm here but I'm very adamant about my approach and my, what I think is better. And but I'm very much a student as well, where I'm listening to the old head, like if there's an old head and he's talking to me and giving me his, spiel, and very much with the new crowd too. Like, I'm open-minded. I'm not like a crusader pitchforking about someone's flaw that they might have had. People change. One batch might be good today. It might be bad tomorrow, and then it'll be fire the next day. Like, things change. Some people are more constant. It's just the more you're developing your palette and your process and everything, the more you're able to discern all these names and things that are going on at a freaking internet speed in front of us as we develop with this cannabis plant.
Constantly evolving. What a powerful message out there, man. Thank you for saying that. All that fucking fire right there. Because I agree that, like, there's a lot that can be learned on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, new energy is always nice, and in a when it comes around, it might change our perspective. They might find something new, but it also respect to who paved the way, right? And I think that synergy is where, I think the best cannabis is grown. God damn it. Let's just say what it is over there. My man. Hey, though, I want to give props to you, though, too, man, for, again, the community. You're, you represent for the home growers out there. You are out there growing plants. You're in Compton, right? Compton.
Yeah, we're in Compton, baby. Let's go, baby. CPT. Go.
What's it like growing in Compton? You got plants outside where you're growing tall ass trees. Have you ever had any, like, any type of situations go down with that? I mean, how's that been?
Bro, I'm born and raised Watts, South Central, Compton representative, fucking Lock alumni, fucking 111th and Avalon, Rosecrans and Wilmington, so it's like, this is, been there, lived it. My family's from here too. I got extended family. We're born and raised here, so it's like I'm good in the hood. Like I'm not like some outcast that fucking started gentrifying Compton and started throwing plants down because rent was cheaper or something like that. None of that shit. Like, I was raised on this block right here specifically. I know all the homies, you know, and we just keep it cool. We keep it cordial, you know.
That's fucking tight, man. I love that you know that's I have that same vibe with some cities here in Arizona where I love to represent for it and put on for the people of AZ, and that energy is dope. Have you been able to, you know, help the community out? Of course, I mean, I asked that and I feel still even saying it, but like, you know, what's that been like as cannabis has gone and been able to have lanes for, you know, people to be able to legally trap, you know what I mean? So like, you know, what are your thoughts on how cannabis has evolved and gone commercial? You know, you yourself, you know, you know, what lanes have you found in it, and what's your outlook on where we're at with it?
Yeah, man. I mean, as far as community, you know, we give back a lot. You know, the free seed day, 6th annual.
Yeah.
You know, just in the divvied up bags. You know, you do the math. You know, there's 1,000 bags. There's
wild.
10. That's 10,000. You add another 10 seeds. That's 100,000 seeds every year. So you know, that's lowballing it too. We're lowballing it, right?
Yeah.
We'll say it's like 200 every year. You know, and then for 6 years straight type shit. You know, like we've done our fair share of community based type things. And as far as like direct Compton community, I know Hash House and them, they went out like on remember that shit? You seen that shit happen when Hash House went out? But like I get back to the homies from the hood, you know, like hey, I'm from Watts too. Like we should like, yeah, okay, you are from Watts. I'm gonna make it more so my obligation to look out for you. And it sounds selfish and whatever, but it is what it is. Like if you're a homie that lives next to the same Starbucks I live next to, it ain't nothing to me to meet you there and kick you down some killer genetics, you know, put you on some nutrient game. And if you vet the process and you're a cool guy, next thing you know, we're kicking it and you're helping me transplant. Like that is very much, I'm not like Hollywood, you know what I mean? Like we had a store on Fairfax, you know, but we're not Hollywood. You know, we had a store next to Stravinsky's, next to Supreme, but we're not Hollywood. We're from we're Compton. We're this is where I'm from, dude. Like I'm very much community based, Robin Hood, give back to the community. I'm the voice of the people. You know, I got all this, you know, blessings on me, so I try to move accordingly, even more so as I develop as a human. You know, I'm 33, bro. Yeah. I've been, Wilson was created like in 2017, like, and that's how long this name has been ringing bells, you know, the brand. So I've been very careful about, you know, even disregarding and pointing out somebody and putting them on blast. But hey, man, you know, whatever cause comes in effect, and sometimes people, they want my attention and they get it gladly, you know, but I try not to even take it there, you know, because it's petty, you know, super petty.
Now, my man, you talked about bringing up Wilson here since 2017, my man. What was it about Wilson that you think made that like crack so hard, just pop?
I think the genetics behind it. So the Banana OG, Papaya, Tropicana F2, real heads that actually are in the books, you know, we'll say in the plants, they can resonate with those 3 words. You know, they're like, holy shit, that's special, that's new, that's you're capturing a lot of what's good all in one. And then I made the Mel, and then I hybridized it into everything. So it was like 2, you know, it was a perfect time, a perfect moment, kind of the first person to do it all in one. Kind of bold, kind of took somebody that wasn't too, kind of somebody that wasn't too into like, oh, this is how you have to do it, you know, type of vibe. Nah, I had already been pumping out shatter slabs and weight, selling them on Compton Boulevard, on Broadway in downtown LA during the Prop 215 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I that's what made breeders even want to fuck with me. Not because I was a breeder. They fuck with me because I was a grower and I was doing it my way. Okay. And then Harry Palms, you know, formerly working with Oni, reached out and gave me some of the first tools to start my genetic, library, everything, the program I was going to start setting forth. And that's kind of how that developed organically. Never with, oh shit, seeds make money. Fuck no. Like, it was like, I love to do this. This is fun. Oh, this feels right. Oh, my stomach's telling me to do this. Let me hit up Harry. Let me see if he's cool with this. Oh shit, he said run it. Boom. Next thing you know, there was a demand for it. Oh, let me fill that void. And then I'm like, I'm a business guy. I'm not like a fucking
Nah, bro. Set up a automated everything. Let's get this shit cracking. I make the seed myself. I'm a hardworking guy. We got that covered. Where it's kind of like everyone kind of has a role when it comes to that. Whether you're seed bank, okay, you have the bank, you have the breeders that give it to you. Okay, you're a breeder. Well, you're not really the breeder. You have your homie that makes them for you. So there's always that Wizard of Oz shit. I'm the whole Mama Jama from the marketing to the everything, brother.
Damn,
So
how was that? I mean, what the experience like of all of a sudden now being propelled into like a national awareness, right? Like, I mean, did you have people hitting you up, wanting to collab, and all the collabs you've done, the crosses you've done, like, you know, what's it been like this past Wilson wave, you know? What's up?
They don't give you a book on this shit, right? Like, I'm not part of, we got John and Kelly and Susie all at the table. And we got this idea. Nah, bro, I was in my young 20s basking in all this glory, being a, kind of a polarizing, like almost like watching a train wreck, like, damn, like something bad's gonna happen, but I can't stop looking. But thank God it never happened into anything too crazy, you know what I mean? Like I never owed anyone money. I never fucked anybody's wife or stole anything from anyone, which are like the three things that I would deem unworthy of a person in this industry, you know what I mean? I might have motherfucked someone on my way up, you know what I mean? But hey, man, that comes with, I think, a lot of people's come up, But all in all, like, I forgot the question, but fucking, I just do me, big dog. Fucking.
Yeah, I love this. Hey, let me slide this into this one. Obviously, we saw major discussions out there when Jay Beasley popped it out there that he didn't send SirHIGH the actual giraffe pussy pollen. Have you thoughts on that?
I mean, my thought. So I was smoking the guz. I smoked a bunch of giraffe pussy from Angel City. Shout out Angel City farmers. So I've got my fair share of like, I've smoked an eighth of guz, right? And I've smoked like maybe an ounce of giraffe, right?
Okay.
And then I was hanging out with Angel City the other day, and they had all the offerings right there. They had the giraffe pussy, and then they had the guz from the Olympics box. So I'm smelling them right then and there. And I'm like, I could see the similarities. They both have like this sherby marmalade, like almost grenadine type of thing going on with them, right? So it isn't like I'm smelling magic marker and then I'm smelling something else. Like it isn't that sharp. There's similarities, right? So I'll take it for that, right? Okay, another fact. These are just facts, right? I'm just taking it for the information that's out there.
I love this.
Sea Junkie gave it to him as giraffe pussy. That's a fact, right?
Okay.
Like that's not.
Okay. I had a question.
So the whole time it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Now all of a sudden, it's all like, oh, it's not fine anymore because it looks like you're flying too close to the sun. Let me stop your parade. That's whack. Where I'm from, that's like. Oh, yeah, that's right, Sea Junkie. Like, what is this? Like, what if he would have been an upstanding character and he wouldn't have been a flawed character and then what would that make Sea Junkie?
I didn't know how to. I was like, wait, isn't that bad?
So
you
got to take it for what it is, right? And
that's how I was receiving it. I'm looking at it as
there's nothing commendable. And giving someone something and it being something else. Never in no world, in no ethical compass has that been like cool. And there's a lot of that going on with, it started with like the cookies wave. Oh, you don't have it. And then it kind of trickled into the Z wave and then it happened now with like, with the GP, like the Mel, of course, right? Or the pollen reverse from the Mel. And it's kind of like someone stealing your stuff and helping you look for it. Like it's kind of like that, but in reverse, type of vibe. And it's just not cool, dude. It's weird. It's not upstanding and it's not community based.
Yeah, like whatever issue you have, just don't do business with that person. Don't like sabotage their whole shit.
I mean, he didn't even know he had a tiff with SirHIGH pre-handoff. Does that make sense?
That does, right? At that time, when you have
to have a detective mind about it.
But
you know what I mean?
From my perspective, though, he came out and said the reason he did that was because he heard that SirHIGH was stealing cuts or something.
post handoff, brother.
Jeez, though.
That's like coming up with the story as you go. I could say that about anything I did with anybody right now that pissed me off or I didn't want to agree with the next day. Oh, by the way, that thing you have that you like a lot and is good. Yeah, it's not real.
That ain't it.
What? Like,
Yeah,
what is
was
this,
that?
elementary
That was
school?
crazy to me. Yeah, no,
You know,
I
like-
appreciate you speaking on that. And then, yeah, so with that, you know, how do you feel about when people do get your genetics and like, you know, what do you feel is the proper, you know, way to handle and promote that the fact that they have some motherfucking Masonic?
I mean, ethically, bro, you don't have to go around telling everybody where you got your seeds from and your genetic from. That's kind of corny, right? Like,
Okay.
Like, and even the breeders that do bitch about it, like, so I catch myself doing it sometimes. So I'm like, I'll speak up on it, right? Like, oh, I'll see like, oh, that's mine. It'd be nice if you gave me credit, you know? And it's like, bro, like, I gotta tag you every time I do a seed pack. I gotta tag you every time I make a post. I gotta tag you every time we have any type of rollout from here to wherever it ends up on a fucking gummy. You know what I mean?
Well,
On a fucking enema.
With the
You know
package.
what I mean? Like, so it's all like the most ethical way of doing, like, we'll just speak. Okay, I sold you these seeds and it's my new strain. It's my ruby weapon. And it's the honey banana crossed into the Taliman, crossed into the Starburst, right?
Fire.
And you pop these seeds and you find something cool in there, right? And we're still cool. It'd be cool, right, if you kind of mentioned it, right? But I'm not going to hold it against you if, like, somewhere along the process, you like, don't mention me anymore. It doesn't matter that much anymore. You know, it's cool to be part of the data process and have the shout out, but, like, I'm not going to hold it against you. Now, rename game.
Okay.
It's weird if you just, like, don't give credit and you just, like, say it came from somewhere it didn't. That's weird, you know? Like,
Okay.
that's weird.
Okay. Now,
You can have a ruby weapon, and this is my Shaquille O'Neal pheno, you know, and we call it Shaq. And you can be gracious and give credit as time goes on, but like now we're just getting into like just kind of dumb shit. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like,
No, I love this perspective.
as long as we know the truth, like I'm a breeder, my ego's not twisted every time I see Randy Watson or Stan Lee or all these things that came from a creation that I helped create by handing off the mail, right? And I never get mentioned in any of the 710 Labs promo, which is a big company, right? I might have got disgruntled here and there, right? And been like, that's mine, or I helped, you know, throw a dog a bone. But at this point, like, fuck, who cares, you know? Like,
Well,
I got so much cooler shit going on right now that was literally 4 or 5 years ago, fucking news, you know? And I might get like, and it does suck when someone gets like a first place variety that came from me and like that just gets lost in the mist because of controversy. Like never again is even the variety that I named it mentioned. It kind of gets renamed and just kind of like and they got all this. Yeah, so that's kind of whack. But hey, you know what? But you know what? What can you do, bro? You gonna wave your fist at the fucking moon? You know what I mean? So it's all like, just keep it pushing. And if the guy felt he had to do that, I don't, you know, hey, he probably didn't like the music I listened to. He didn't like the way I looked that day. You know, he didn't like the way I was selfishly promoting myself every time I go on the internet and I just run my fucking own company up. Some people don't like that. And I don't care, respectfully, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that hey, it's great to hear from people like yourself because I could speculate. I could be like, oh, I mean, this is what I want. But, you know, I love to speak to people like yourself that are actually in it and have your genetics all over the place and you know, having to navigate this while it's continuing to grow, evolve, or dissolve and whatnot. But damn, dog, how do you grow the name Masonic in these situations if they won't even make sure that they are fucking mentioning that it all generated from Masonic, bro? I think that's important.
Real collaborations, real genuine. If I sell someone seeds and they run up a bag, or if I try to do something cohesively and collaboratively and it didn't end up like we wanted to, then it wasn't the one, bro. You know, I'm trying to grow with the ones that matter, and sometimes that takes time, you know. And right now I'm working with a lot of like-minded individuals, and they see the vision. and I see their vision.
Right.
And we're making ourselves useful both ways,
Yeah.
and carrying our weight or whatever we have to offer. I'm working with like the homie Leo. I'm working with Angel City Farmers. I'm working with Washed LA. I planted some genetics in some people's hands, and hopefully they go further. Like Elusive and Zebra
Fire.
Brand. So I'm just like be easy. Like
There you go.
like I'm working with the new crowd. I'm not fucking washed up unk. Is what some people might want to refer to me as. But dude, these guys, they didn't come here because I'm fucking Joe Schmo. They came here because I think I have a little bit to bring to the table.
Fire.
Let alone a whole fucking lot. So
Love that,
here we
man.
are.
You just mentioned a lot that you got coming up. You mentioned some strains that you're out there popping off and stuff like that. I want to make sure that we talk about anything that you got coming up that you're excited about. What's coming up outside of what you mentioned? Is there anything else that you want to make sure that we drop?
100%. So for starters, we got a whole lot of consumable offerings coming down with the Washed LA Angel City Camp. We got a lot of that biscotti. We got the Lululemons. We got the Red Hots. We got the Giraffe Pussy. And then I'm working on we just went through some of my selections that we washed. We washed my blueberry rainbow belts, watermelon Skittles hybrid, the blue juice. We washed some of my Ruby Weapon, the honey banana Talimon mango starburst. That one actually already took first place on a regional level in Alaska, and then it won third place nationals dab right. And that's it's a good one, and it's one of my recent creations. We just washed my selection of it.
Right.
Really great grapefruit marmalade, cherry, terps, makes you feel good, all organic vibe, as far as the energy that was made into those seeds. We also washed two of my Zangria crossed into peach rings phenos. Fire. We washed the homies Rambutan selection. That shit's fire.
Okay.
We got that shit right here. Fucking and I'm probably missing one or two, but like that's just the consumables we're putting out there. I think we finished on us a little bit in there.
I get a little bit.
But that's just like the stuff you can try to kind of get to see if you're not like a grower, kind of see where my head's at, and from like a palate level. But if you're a grower and you want to get in on some fucking crazy genetics, like we just revamped my Wilson male that I've been breeding with since 2018. I still have the same male. He's like a stud. He creates award winners. That's
Fire.
the stud that created the first place award-winning Banana God variety from Ego Clash, the second place Sour Diesel Wilson variety from Ego Clash, the third place fucking Gak Wilson, I think it was, from Ego Clash. So like it's the Sunday Driver Wilson, the Strawberries and Cream Green, it's the same parent. So he's like the Midas touch when it comes to creating a lot of my progeny. So we just brought him back from the fucking ice. We melted the ice, brought him back, and I just hit him to a whole lot of my new offerings that I've been hunting from. It's been like 2021 was the last year I did a pollination with him, so I brought him back. It's been about 5 years, and I did a nice Wilson line, and I also brought back. I rejuvenated my Tropicana line from the F2 original seed stock, and that's
cooking.
Yeah, that's stuff I've been working with since like 2016. So I brought back a male. I've been working with that male for about 3 to 4 years now, and I just did a whole lineup with him. So we're doing real genetics over here. Like we know very much, like when we analyze and we're like choosing what's what. Like we're not like, oh, maybe, man, like we're not, nah, like that's kid shit. Like it is what it is. Bam, this is that. Like I'm Ron Swanson at Parks and Recreation at Home Depot, bro. You can't tell me nothing, but you can if you're like an OG and you got something to say. Like, and even then, sometimes they kind of lost in the sauce too. But me too. Like I'm very open to being open-minded, But like I'm pretty adamant about my approach too.
Well, I love that, man. Let's talk about real quick, and I appreciate you taking some time with me. I know you're a busy guy. What about like something that you would say that is your favorite strain or favorite smoke that isn't in the camp right now? What's out there, like with you being so connected out there with the new, the old, like where you at with it? What
bro? You want me to put you on game? You guys want to learn some shit today or what?
Come on, let me know.
Y'all want some inside trader info, motherfuckers? Or what? Bro, y'all, man, I hate to be the guy, but you guys, the fucking the game, bro, the game, and I'm watching from every angle, from all my homies that breed, the everybody, like and me too, I got a lot of learning to do, but there's some key flavors that the game lacks in a major way. It's so crazy that it's like cherry kush, bro, cherry pie. No one is running a good cherry kush or cherry pie to the point of here are some jars of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if they are, hey, chat, I'm open ears.
Hey,
you know somebody? Hey, you know somebody running up a cherry kush consumable that's on like some of the brand objective quality that you like? I don't think so, brother. So like cherry kush, shout out all the people, the Straight Flames, the Swisha G's, the Cali Smokers, the Jiggas, the whole Cookie fam, all those type of NorCal Bay Area swaggered people, bro. Major lackage in that department, brother.
Damn.
So cherry kush is like, I was even gonna do a cherry kush line on one of my Mel selections this run, but I'm like, the game ain't even ready for that, bro. The game is not even, it's bro, I feel like the boy that cried wolf sometimes, bro. I'm just like, cherry kush, I got it.
Yeah, where's it at?
I got 100 teens of cherry kush here in LA. They're ready to go. Like, this is like adding like a first copy of your favorite comic book to your collection. This is like adding an original pair of Jordans if you're a shoe collector. This is what that genetic potential is.
Okay.
And people just overlook it because
wow.
Because, you know, I feel like, back to the story, we don't respect the pillars we stand on. We're like, man, fuck the pillars, bro. I got the Skittles crossed in 5 times over, and we hit it to fucking Lemon Tree.
Skittles,
and then we're gonna do that again.
hoed.
It's mad work out here. That's what Toad Venom did do. You know, they got off the beaten path of what everyone's used to right now, and they hit you with the Cinnamon cookie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they kind of stirred left, and it was still feasible. But yeah, the game lacks variety, and Cherry Kush is one of them. Shushka Berry is one of them. Higher Ground, Starburst 36 gear that he built on that. You guys were talking about Honey Banana last year. Bro, we've been smoking Honey Banana since I think Real Food's been smoking Honeybee since like 2014, 2016. I've been smoking it since 2018, dog. Like, what is happening?
What are we doing over here? It's 2026.
Yeah, bro. Come on. Well, here we go.
I mean, do you think that it is true when you hear people, when they look at and observe the game of genetics, that, like you've just mentioned, it's shrinking and we're constantly seeing less and less options, right? You just brought that up. And so do you see a turn? Like, do you think that in the future it'll turn back up and this is just like the hills and the valleys of life here?
I think people are being a little bit more open-minded to new offerings. 100%.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And it's just,
I was just gonna say, yeah, while you hit that, there's so many fucking Z's you can get. I mean, like, every time another jar comes across my table, it seems like it's damn near wrapped up with Z's. So at some point, yes, we have to fucking have something else going on.
It's coming. It's out there. People are being more open-minded to working with people like myself, as you've seen the people I mentioned, into, you know, expanding their genetic horizon, because, you know, everyone has an opinion, but some people's opinion matters more. I hate to say it, but Instagram and YouTube and the YouTube comment section leaves opinions, and everybody has an opinion, and everyone's a doctor and a grower and a breeder and just the best to ever do it, but with nothing to show for it, you know? But some of us out here are ringing up a scoreboard and fucking taking it home with us. So we're being a little bit more vocal about our approach when it comes to genetic preservation and pushing this plant, you know, forward.
My man, Masonic, I appreciate you taking the time today to join the Morning Wood here. Please know that this is an open door for you anytime. One of the questions I love to ask, and this will be my last one for you, would be like, hey, I'm over here. I love to watch what's going on in cannabis. I love to cover it and discuss it. But, man, you being in it, you know, I always like to just ask, what are the things that are on your mind about cannabis? Like, when you think about cannabis as things stand right now, you know, we see it being rescheduled. We see, you know, certain toad venoms being popped out there. You've got all this going on. Like, when you sit back and blow down that blunt, like, what is on the top of your mind about the industry?
Oh, bro, you know, all that shit runs through my mind. Like, you know, the legality thing, you know, I don't like to dawn on it too heavy. I like to think, you know, everything rolls in, and it was kind of like before the THCA thing, where it was kind of like, like seeds are novelty, they're still not THC because you can't smoke them type shit. So cool, breeders are chill, you know,
Okay.
clones are chill.
Okay.
But like, oh, all this THCA shit, you're just selling weed on the internet, like okay, that stops, you know? Like I get that because there's dudes that paying taxes and shit, but I get that too. Like I get it every which way where it's kind of like I can put myself in those shoes and be like, oh, like this how it should be or this how it shouldn't be, you know? I look at my situation and I just, you know, adapt and I need to evolve and I you know, like I'll do what I gotta do, you know what I mean?
Feel it.
So like if I'm a seed seller and this is what I do, and they want to stop that train, I'm gonna find out what my next gig is or what I gotta do. Go fuck whatever, dude. If I gotta push a button all day, we're gonna push the fucking button and we're gonna do it impeccably, you know? So whoever's out there listening and has a team that we could grow on, genetic potential wise and needs some type of like a Rick Rubin of some sort on the team, bro. I hate to be so fucking, you know, big headed about it. I know that's a little pompous, but
I mean,
like,
you got dog. You've done
but
this.
like, I'm here to help infrastructure, bro. I know I'm a little off the cuffs. I'm a backyard hooligan, but that's what the soul of the plant is. Everything started in the backyard. It didn't start in a 1,000 light, sterile, fucking dope ass spaceship. You know what I mean? Like, put me in there, coach. I'm a
Let's
team
go.
player. And as things change, I can acknowledge the writing on the wall. I can carry my own weight. I work for myself, but things are changing, you know? I
Yeah.
can work with other people and bring quality and value to wherever, whether it's whatever the case be, whatever they might deem me worthy as, but just know I'm willing to evolve and I'm capable, you know, brother?
Love that, dude. Love that, man. Hey, right now, talking here, Masonic Seco answered all the questions we had, gave out his opinions, and man, an amazing first appearance here on the Morning Wood. I hope that you are open to coming back and just chopping it up about, you know what, because I feel like this industry always provides something for us to chop it up about.
I mean, brother, I'm usually just doing what I do, which is gardening, and I'm a father, and I'm a husband, and I'm a community member. So I'm doing literally the same thing you do at any given moment of the day. So if you ever want to parlay and merge demographics, brother, and just run it up, brother, I'm not too cool for school, dog. Hey,
My
Mace,
man.
hop on the show. This time you available, bro? More than likely, yeah, dog. Yeah, I'm my own boss type shit, you know.
My
So you
man.
let me know.
Man, I really appreciate the energy, man. I've felt that energy. You're very transparent on your pages, so I was very much so looking for this conversation and absolutely crushed it, man. Thank you so much. So yeah, well, today, I guess one more question. What are you smoking on the rest of the day? You said you had a lot of things that you were, running through, testing.
What's your new shit called, loco?
Lion's Garden, bro.
Lion's Garden, but what's your selection that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to find as many candies I can find across with the Red Rover. It's
The Red Rover.
It's an apple fritter trophy wife.
Apple fritter trophy wife selection that the homie's crossing into everything. So he's working. We're smoking through those right now. It reminds me a lot of like Af Gooey and like Chem. So
Hell
that's what
yeah.
I'm telling him right now. I'm giving him my thought process behind it, which is promising, unique. The stuff that he's into right now, I'm fucking with it. And I found one that smells kind of like Cuban black, really piffy, Frank incense myrrh type of thing. And I was like, let's pull some of that one out. You know, we got to smoke that one, you know? So
My man.
we smoking.
Love
I just
it.
smoked some of Preferred's, what is it? Versace Matter or something like that. That shit was cool, you know? That shit was smoking, you know? So, you know, and then I took a dab of fucking the homie, what I'm dabbing Tricadelics, I'm dabbing
Nice.
BJ Farms, I'm dabbing Feel Good. Hey, we specifically dabbing Feel Good over here, all right?
Oh,
Shout out my
shit.
Turkey family over there. Big
Hell
dog.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, feel good. fire.
Puffin,
I've
we
had
dabbing
some, Feel
Puffin,
Good.
we dabbing Kenjana, you know, shout out all the homies, baby. All my best friends are the best hash makers. I just want to mention that, you know.
There it is right there, man. Hey.
Rosin Foods, let's go. Yeah. We smoking. Just know we smoking. That's one thing as like we strive to smoke the best quality, but we also embrace get it how you live, dog. I got my get it how you live days too, bro. You know, this is today. You catch me a month from now and 2 days later, I might be smoking on Bocalino Bambino. You know what I'm saying?
But he said, hey, but we got to still smoke.
But you caught me on a good day.
Hey,
you know what I'm
nice,
saying?
I love this, man. Love the energy, my dude. And I'll be tapping back in, man. I'll definitely be one to potentially, maybe even stream a seed day out there for you, right? Like a free seed day. Come out there with the backpack, show what it's like to the people out there all over the nation.
Fill the void, brother. That's what I keep telling everybody. We need people like you to make us look nice, display our culture in the way that breaks barriers. You know what I mean? And the whole streaming thing, you'd let alone be the first one to do it, I want to say. I don't think, unless Stingy's done it before, but Stingy don't really count.
Hey,
you know, I could imagine him having the capability and the finances to do that with his, allocations and team members.
Absolutely.
But all in all, like, respect to the people like yourself and the proper doinks homies and anybody out there platforming, even the reviewers. I know I might have been a little vocal about that, but I looked back and I thought, man, some of these guys are making that lucrative. The last thing I want to do is stop anybody's flow. So I kind of backed off on anybody and anything that has to do with like being a hater, so fuck all that shit. Shout out everybody embracing the role. We need everybody. We need everybody to support each other and just look for the good and the things from the people we work with,
Bro, I appreciate you've dropped a lot of like motivating things on this discussion, and I fuck with that heavy. And bro, may your marijuana be the tastiest today. Let that motherfucker just straight smack you.
Thank you, brother.
My man. Talk to you soon, my dude.
Peace out, brother. Peace.
Yo, right there, man. What a dope motherfucker. God damn. Hell yeah. Props to Masonic hopping on over here. Love to talk to people out there doing it. 6 years. Didn't realize it was 6 years like that. God damn. I knew it was multiple years, but woo. Marijuana to you guys. Appreciate you popping in. Let me know if you think I missed anything. Honestly, I felt right at the end, I was like, oh shit, my man had something to say about reviewers. Oh no, I didn't get that one. That's all right. We'll have my dude pop back on here, man. Much love to him out there. Definitely interesting too, the take when it comes to getting the acknowledgement on your genetics as you pop it out there and whatnot. So what a conversation. Thank you guys for popping in here. I gotta bounce out of here and do my thing. We've got a episode coming up on the proper doinks. They are about to do another battle, getting closer and closer to the 10K. The 150K prize going down. Today we are going to see Green Dog versus High Tech. And we need to put, you guys, I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know, maybe we got to throw the tail of the tape on here. We got to throw the tail of the tape. We need the tail of the tape so we can talk it top. All right, you guys were going off in the chat, though, too, man. The chat was going down today. I feel like I missed some shit in the chat. Oh, I got the thumbs down? Oh, Dixon says Mace is lame. Oh, man, I should have got to some of these comments, huh? I need to open it up. I was wondering, do I open up the Discord? That's okay. Look, Mace will be back. He'll be back. It's all love. We'll have those conversations, man. I for the first time, when someone pops on the Morning Wood, we definitely want to make sure that they understand that we're chill. We're chill over here. But the chat might have some questions. All right, hey, tomorrow, tune in. We are going to have Ronan on, so we will continue the story now and the legacy of Becky or Toad Venom. And Ronan did a drop. We saw Glenn, Green Dragon. Sorry, there's so many greens going on right now. I'm like, the greens. Do a drop. Looking forward to sitting down with Ronan, because Ronan had some interesting comments when he did the interview. Said that he passed out a lot of those Detroit runts, right? And now it's like a joke. It's a running joke sometimes that if you pass someone something that you say and they smoke and it's not what you say, oh, no, it's some Detroit runs, dog. It's some Detroit runs. We're going to talk to him about that. Maybe we'll get some confirmation on who he sent it to, right? Was he just blindly sending it to who? Or did he know who he sent what to, and did he sit back and watch what did they do with it? We're going to ask that tomorrow. You know I like to end it today, though. Hey, thank you for popping in. Marijuana. Smoke. Marijuana. Thank you so much for bringing this community together to discuss it. Shout out to Masonic for blessing the show today, and we will see you tomorrow.
What the fuck?
Thank you. That's science.